Hello, movie fans. Today, I will explain a Thai 2007 action martial arts film called The Bodyguard 2. Let's jump to the explanation. On the movie's first screen, we see a man who is dancing in a Bangkok pub club with a funky dress. He is our main character, Wong Kam Lao. An arms dealer goes on a deal to an unofficial meet with a gangster. Here, Wong, who is the gangster leader, comes with his teammate in a white car. Wong's teammate looked so funny when he was sleeping with his boss, Sauter. They reached the club. When they reached the club, suddenly, his teammate hit the car door. For that reason, his boss is beaten by the car door. Again, the car wheel also puts pressure on his leg. They enter the club, and all of them go to the lift. Wong was so confused about their push, and he told some of them to go outside in the lift. Kam Lao's teammates see them entering the club. Kam Lao's teammate signals to him that they are going up the club. Now we see Wong meet a guy who was an arms dealer, and he was his old friend. The dealer was so happy about his coming and also laughed at Wong's situation. Wong tells him to see the stuff. Then, his friend orders his comrade, Pope, to see him at the rocket launcher's demo. Wong was so happy because of the launcher. He asks his mate to give them money. In that situation, Kam Lao gives a gun to his teammate. But he doesn't know how to use guns, but he tells him that he knows how to use it. Kam Lao enters while fighting in Wong and his old friend's direction. After that, Kam Lao's mate suddenly shoots Wong's old friend's head. He was so shocked and ran away. At that time, two members of the gangster are fighting themselves. Wong and some of his teammates run away from the club, but Kam Lao attacks them. Two of the enemies attack him, but Kam Lao kills them. Kam Lao erroneously shoots into another building lift, where two men was cleaning glass with this lift. One man fell down. When he fell down, he pulled off another man's pants. In that situation, a lady opens his room window and sees the lifting man's central part. She hit his main part, and the man fell down, too. After we see Wong successfully leave the place, on the other hand, Kam Lao takes a man's motorbike and goes away from them. But Wong follows him with his car. His man cannot focus on targeting Kam Lao. They shoot a rocket launcher in Kam Lao's direction, but he has failed. Kam Lao also runs over many of the cars. Now, he enters a building with his motorbike. But Wong did not because his car's height was too long. So he shot a launcher in Kam Lao's direction but again missed. Kam Lao goes through his motorbike to Wong's car and shoots the motorbike tanks so that the car and motorbike are blasted. But we see Wong is alive after the blast and runs away from Kam Lao. In the next part, Kam Lao goes to a car shop, where Wong suddenly comes and steals a car from a man who is talking on the phone. Kam Lao sees that, and he follows him. He got him and took him into his office. Now, we see Wong tell Kam Lao's boss that he is innocent. His boss was so angry with him. Kam Lao also gets angry, but he cannot express it in front of his boss. So, he threw a chair into Wong's head. After that, he goes to his home to surprise his wife. But his wife was so angry with him, because he doesn't do his home duties. In the evening, his wife tells him to meet a man who is a guru, and he gets a job for him. And also offered him to make intimate in the night. But he rejected her offer and told him he was so tired now. The next morning, they go to the guru's home, where Kam Lao sees that guru is acting too much. Guru called them to come to sit in his front. At that moment, Kam Lao is fitting a beautiful girl. His wife slaps him and comes to Guru's closer. Guru insults him and tells him he will get a big assignment tomorrow at 3 p.m. Now, we see in a meeting a man discussing two men's bios. They are the most dangerous suspects, which are Sushin and Sorachai. They are the leaders of arms dealers. The meeting officer orders his juniors to complete the mission. One of them tells him Kam Lao can do this. Kam Lao accepts the offer and tells his wife that he needs to go again. His wife got angry again. In the studio, Thala was insulted by his boss. His boss was Sushin and Sorachai, the main dealer. Sorachai ordered him to find a new singer in his studio, or he fired him. Also, he asked to leave the room. After that, 3 candidates came there for a vocal test. Where Kam Lao is one of them, Thala called one man to sing a song. When he started singing, it was so funny in his voice. Hearing his music, Thala asks him to leave and also insults him. In the next candidate was a lady whose name was Sai. Thala sees her song and looks like she is reading a story. Thala tells her to leave. Now, it was Kamlau's turn. Thala directly meets Kamlau, his boss. His boss insults them and tells them to go. After that, Thala meets Tik. Thala asks him to meet Kamlau, and he is his best star now. Tik checks Kamlau's body and tells him he is a fighter. He checked him so closed. Thala tells Tik that he teaches him the best movement of the dance. In the next scene, we see they go to a roadside food shop and Kamlau orders noodles for 2 people. Now we meet a new character, Tony Jaa, cleaning his shop's toy. Suddenly, some people came there in a car and stole Tony's shop's toy. Tony ran and followed the vehicle. The car's people came to Thala, and they surrounded him because they were losing money for him. In that situation, Tony came there and told them to give him his toy. At this moment, they are starting to fight. After fighting, Tony finds his toy. When he leaves, he sees Kamlau. Now, we see Kamlau learning dance by Tik. Also, he practices songs. He sang the song in concert, and he got famous. A TV reporter classed Kamlau's CD and said it is the most famous and top sell this week. Now, he is the star of this city. He goes through many interviews on TV channels. When the interview is over, Kamlau flirts with Paula. Kamlau saw that her husband was a famous star on a TV channel. On the other hand, Kamlau misses his wife, so he sees her in the makeup room. He entered the secret door. When a worker enters the lift and sees Kamlau is there. Kamlau beat him. He was wearing a worker's dress and saw a lady thief who had stolen some information from that room's computer. The lady hit his central part and also started to fight with him. Suddenly, there came some enemy guards. Kamlau and the lady thief beat them together. Suddenly, Kamlau showed a man who had a big body, and he was his backside. He hit the big man's leg and head, but nothing happened. He was also hit by his hallmate. Now, he is injurious. We see that the lady thief was Paula. Afterward, we see Sushin and Sorachai come there. And they see the CCTV footage and see it was Kamlau who destroyed everything. In the evening, they go to Thala's house and beat him because they want to know about Kamlau's details. Sorachai orders his guard to kill them. Kamlau meets Paula in a club. Paula is drinking beer. She told him she was waiting for him. He tells him that she is too funny. She was drunk. So, Kamlau tries to help her to enter her room. When he throws her in bed, he sees his beautiful body and says he cannot do it because he loves his family. The next morning, Kamlau's wife comes to the hotel and wants to meet her husband. But the security guard stopped her. After that, Kamlau went to the stage, where he started singing, and many people were huge fans of him. On the other hand, Paula and her team follow their target, and she tells her mate to kill the sniper, who is aiming to kill Kamlau. When his songs end, he runs and follows Sorachai's car. He goes there. Also, Paula and her team have come there. We see they caved Kamlau's wife. Kamlau came there and beat 2 of the enemy. His wife tells him that she was kidnapped. When they run away from the place, they see the door is locked. Kamlau sees a man who knows ninjas fight well behind his back. He shows his demo. Then he opened the door, and 3 of the enemies shot Kamlau's direction, but they were squint-eyed. So they miss the target, and Kamlau kills them all. In the next part, Sushin, Sorachai, and his comrades surround Kamlau very well. But, on the other hand, Paula and his teammate are also surrounding them too. The fight starts. Kamlau meets a Japanese fighter. When the Japanese see him, he is ready to scare and fight him. But his foolishness makes him burn himself. Kamlau's wife turned on the water level, and Kamlau made it his weapon and defeated them. When they went outside, Kamlau's wife found an M16 machine gun. She starts to fire and kill that place's enemy. Suddenly a van came there. Kamlau saw that the van had a lot of functions for shooting them. So he kicked his wife for saving her life. Kamlau killed the van's driver, and he got in the van. He hits the tanker by the van, and he jumps away. Kamlau tries to up the tanker by the crane, and the tanker also shoots the crane. The tanker jumps to the speedboat, where Sushin and Sorachai want to run away by the boat. They jumped into the river and surrendered. On the other hand, Kamlao shoots the boat driver. In the ending scene, Kamlao gets a medal from his officer. His wife looks so happy. His boss gave him a new assignment. The beautiful movie ends here. Tony Jaa is barely in the film for around 10 seconds, which disappointed me because I was hoping to see him more. Since I watched the movie through streaming video, I was unable to fast forward. Humwari Yadkamal was the only reason it was at least partially worth watching while I waited for Tony Jaa. Although the movie had some humorous moments and had excellent production values, in my opinion, it was just another one of those 1980s Hong Kong gangster movies that had already been done. Nevertheless, I respect the effort that they put into it. If you can find that clip on YouTube, watch it. Tony Jaa's 10 seconds in this movie were the finest 10. If you like this, please subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.